guys, we're back. Murph had to drop out for the rest of the show. He has previous engagements. He has something else he has to do, more important than us. He'll be back later.
I want to throw an aside out there for Murph. I don't know if all of our Alien Maniacs out there know. Murph is coming from where? Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of a time
East
difference.
Coast.
So it's, you know, if it's 5 o'clock afternoon for us here, it's like, what, 7 or 8 now because of the daylight savings time or something?
I think it's 2 hours right now.
It's 2 hours right now.
Right on. So we love Murph. Thank you, Murph. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
So we all got together a couple of weeks ago to watch, I don't even know how well you can see this, but the movie Range 15. This thing's pretty awesome. For those of you guys who don't know what it is, it's a bunch of vets that got together and wanted to make a zombie movie.
And not like vets where you would think like the old guys down at the VFW.
Yeah.
These are recent vets.
Yeah, more recent vets. If you read up on them, basically it sounds like they wanted to fund this through Hollywood, get somebody to pick it up. They had a great concept. Let's make a movie out of it. Hollywood laughed in their faces, kicked them all out. So they decided to find their own funding and do it themselves. So they're the writers, the directors, the talent. It's pretty
Producers.
fantastic. Yeah, everything
Producers.
just about. If you haven't seen it, or even if you have, honestly, you got to go on Amazon and read the reviews for it. They're ridiculous. And like even the one that they put on the box, it says, if you've ever served in, say, an infantry platoon, prepare to laugh your ass off. If you've ever attended a PETA protest or enjoyed the smell of patchouli, prepare to hate the shit out of this film. That's what's on the back of the box.
That's pretty spot on.
What do you guys think, man? I thought it was fantastic. It was normal zombie flick, horrible gore, really, really bad acting. I think my favorite part of the movie is the dude with the sex doll glued to his junk.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty fantastic.
It was funny as hell. To any of the juggalos out there, picture Big Money Hustlers or Big Money Rustlers, but done by vets rather than a rap group. I mean, it's obviously homemade and very well homemade, if you will.
It's just a step up. It's step really between homemade and Hollywood. It's like that. It's got that B movie feel.
Definitely,
like homemade with decent equipment.
Right.
Like that movie theater that does all the rip-offs. When Transformers came out, they came up with Transmorphers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Asylum Studios. You don't know about that?
Yeah.
Every time there's a big ticket Hollywood movie,
Snakes on a train.
Right, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We had snakes on a plane. Asylum did snakes on a train.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's a completely different movie.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So these guys, they go out, they get horribly drunk for no real reason, which is apparently the norm. They wake up in a drunk tank, rested for whatever reason, glued to sex dolls and shit. And then all of a sudden, they're in the middle of the apocalypse and have to figure out how to get to this Range 15 to save the world,
Which is like a safe haven.
You almost wish that Rick Grimes had a good backstory like that too. At least they had a party before the end of the world.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, they all. So not only are they battling zombies and having to fight their way to the end of the world, but they're having to do it hungover and dehydrated and dying and vomiting and stuff. And it's pretty fantastic.
I think my favorite part was the Ultimate Fighting Championship battle, soldier versus zombie, zombie couture.
Yeah, in the ring.
Yeah.
Was it Randy Couture?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
Randy Couture was in the movie.
I only
Yeah.
got to see the trailer.
Yeah.
I couldn't come watch it with you guys that night.
Well, one thing you definitely get to see is Randy Couture.
Yeah.
Because he's naked as fuck.
Like
Wasn't he the one that was
dude from
naked?
Watchmen?
I don't think so.
Which one was naked the whole time they were fighting? Remember in the scene
I
when
can't
they're actually in the
remember.
ring? What's his name was
It
all
wasn't
naked?
couture.
It wasn't?
We're not talking about naked dudes on the show, bro.
We actually are. It's part of the movie. Shut up.
You already
Was
brought
it
up the
him that was
Watchmen.
naked in it?
You
Which
brought
one was
it
it?
up.
Remember the fighter at the end? The one that was winning all the fights at the end in the ring was naked the whole time.
Oh no, he's a different UFC guy.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Oh,
He
that's
is-
right. Yeah,
He's a UFC fighter, but it wasn't Couture.
What the fuck is his
It's
name?
the guy with the beard.
Let me see the back of this. Maybe I can pick up.
It's the guy with
I
the
don't know
beard.
if he's even on there. I think that's all just the main guys. But yeah, it's pretty fantastic.
I was bummed when the girl with the big boobs got shot.
For absolutely no
For
reason.
no reason. It's like, dude, that was so unnecessary. Like, fuck, you do not get rid of the eye candy.
Speaking of that, in a zombie movie, anybody see Boy Scouts versus Zombies yet? Whichever one that is.
Boy Scouts Guide to...
Oh, yes.
Zombie Apocalypse. Did you
Yes.
see that? There was a part in there. Did you see that part where they're running from the zombies and the female cop?
Oh,
And
yeah.
the kid grabs the phone.
Yeah.
He turns around and grabs a little handful before he goes. She's all
Dead chick,
zombified. I was like,
yeah.
oh my god. I had to screen it because Jordan wanted to watch it. I was like, I need to watch this first. And I was like, yeah.
I've never even heard of that one.
Probably.
It's a
Check
Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, right?
It's
I think
pretty
that's what it's called. Yeah.
But you talking about that with the
think of like a 14-year-old boy that has naked zombies coming after him, and
Yeah.
he's like trying to save his life, but cop a feel in the meantime, kind of thing.
I laughed my ass off that part. I thought, I would have done that when I was 15 in the zombie.
Right.
You should have done
Or
that right
40.
now.
Yeah.
No, I would not.
Me neither. If there's witnesses.
Yes.
Or if something's going to be on.
Yeah. What about you, John?
You guys see the trailer for Cars 3?
Yes.
Very recently.
Oh, just
It's
recently.
just a teaser trailer, but oh my god, it looks amazing.
Yeah, and just the quality of the video is, I know it's just a teaser, and I hope the whole movie looks like that, but easily the best looking cartoon. And the first few seconds of it, you don't even realize it's a cartoon.
They're getting better and better with
Yeah.
those things.
I like
I'll
what
tell you.
Brian said about it. What his takeaway was on it. He said, what'd you say about it? It looked dark? Like more somber?
It just, yeah.
Like they're taking it to a darker level.
Yeah, it's like you don't normally see that in a kids movie.
Well,
but it's like
especially
a little bit of
the
trauma.
persons when they shoot them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they didn't
Yeah.
make a big deal. It wasn't like the main character getting, well, I guess it was
Ripped
the
to
main
pieces.
character. Yeah.
I mean, if you
It
think
just
about
it was
think about Disney movies, there's always some sort of
Tragedy.
tragedy. Exactly, great word. Excuse me. You're right. Like Lion King, Simba's
yeah.
dad, Bambi's mom.
Wait, what happened to Bambi's mom?
She's kind of turning tricks. She's a whore.
But it's like, it always seems like Disney movies kind of follow the same template with different characters, different settings, where it's kind of like the old story of the phoenix rising from the ashes, someone going through something pretty catastrophic.
Yeah, you don't want to start out with people doing well to people doing better, and then in the movie, there's got to be some turmoil or some heartstrings being pulled or something.
I think it's just a way for them to segue into him reinventing himself type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even like we were talking about earlier, maybe it's the segue into maybe they're going extended universe kind of thing, expanded universe.
Prequel.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Cars has an extended universe, with planes.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So they've already opened that up. And I think the first one they did was meant to be something Netflix or video on demand.
Oh, yeah,
And the responses, the test audience response was so high, they released it theatrically. And they
Oh my
made
god!
money off
There's a little side thing. My kids. I don't know how we don't have. We've got the DVR with DirecTV and everything, but we don't have the movie channels.
Mm-hmm.
But every once in a while,
You get
like
it
this
free,
weekend, yeah.
free.
So there was this one weekend where we had it, and my wife recorded this basically a generic version of the Cars. It's so like 16-bit, like old
That's
school
the
Mario.
We're talking about with Asylum Studios.
It's
That's what
like
they do.
a horrible ripoff of the Cars, but my kids love it.
Vehicles.
My kids love it. They love it. I'm sitting there watching, and I was like, this sucks so bad. I was like, let's delete. And there's like, my wife said, no, the girls love it. They, this is one of their favorite. I was like, this is horrible. But
Talking about what kids are watching, I didn't know this until recently, is that Sesame Street's exclusive to HBO.
What?
Yeah.
It's on HBO
Really?
now.
Yeah.
Sesame Street. You
oh
have
yeah,
to pay to
yeah,
watch
we
Sesame
recorded
Street.
several episodes this weekend.
And-
How are we going to fill the Sopranos time slot? Let's get Sesame Street.
Yeah. Right.
Well,
So
it's
is
on-
it
it's
not
on
on
HBO
PBS at all?
I don't know if it's
I
on
don't believe
PBS,
so.
but
I think it's just
HBO.
HBO.
How could PBS lose Sesame Street? That was
They
their.
don't have money.
It's
HBO
pretty
has
easy to
money.
be outbid by HBO
Oh
and
my
PBS.
goodness!
But
We can give you absolutely nothing, or they can give you millions.
Again, we talked about earlier things generationally. The changes of Spider-Man, what we saw as kids, and whatever. Sesame Street ain't changed a beat.
Fucking
Ain't
end of
changed
an
a bit.
era though, man. End of an era.
You know
Like
what I mean? Sesame Street is still Big Bird, Oscar the Grouch, Bert Ernie. They have a couple new characters. But to watch Benjamin, he's just enthralled by it. He just loves it. They've got the count.
You're
and
like,
all
I was like
kind of
that
stuff.
6 years ago, son.
right.
Oh, I love it because he'll sit there
As long
and
as you
do
have
the
HBO.
songs.
Yeah.
B is for basket. B is for, and Benjamin will just sit there. Yeah.
Me.
But the rumor is that's how Arnold Schwarzenegger learned English.
Really?
Watch
Sesame Street? He should have
Look
watched
where
a
he's
few
at
more
now.
episodes.
He's got illegitimate children, all that good shit.
How we learned to
Who
count.
doesn't?
I learned Serato.
What was fucked up? He was watching an episode. I just DVR for him, and they're all, you see, because you always see the top of the puppets, because obviously they're puppets.
You're upset because you don't get to see the
But
puppet
then
bottoms?
they're all sitting there. The count's leading them off. We're going through count, and then it cuts to a different shot of just all the puppets' legs just go up and down at the same time, and
But never the whole thing.
no, never the whole thing. And it's just like I was sitting there watching it. That's one of the weirdest fucking things I've ever seen in my life. Like there's literally just puppeteers somewhere that have these little legs dangling by strings. Okay, you ready for the close-up? Yep, go.
What do you do for a living? I'm a leg man.
Right?
Leg man, yeah.
I go like this.
But it's just cool to see. Like for me, it's cool to see my son watch something that I grew up watching.
Right.
It's still the same thing. And you talk about a wholesome. You can't fuck with Sesame Street. That's the most wholesome thing out there, man.
I don't-
The Katy Perry episode was a little bit less than wholesome.
Wholesome like milk.
Really?
And where does milk
Okay,
come from?
okay.
The store?
Sesame Street had a
Thanks
Katy
to
Perry episode
farmers.
that wasn't wholesome.
Well,
And truck drivers.
it wasn't that it wasn't wholesome. It was just Katy Perry bouncing all over the screen.
It was a whole.
Oh.
It was a whole lot of something.
The
No,
Katy-
there's a kid because she wore like an Elmo shirt on Saturday Night
Yeah.
Live. That's what you're talking about.
No, she was actually on Saturday Night
How the
Live.
hell did I
Or
remember that?
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street and chasing the Cookie Monster around or Elmo or something, and she was
Got a little
very
bouncy.
abundantly bouncy.
The one that was inappropriate was the Simpsons episode with Katy Perry.
I don't think I saw that one.
That one was very inappropriate. Mr. Burns kissed her in the junk.
What?
What?
Oh
The
yeah.
junk.
Yep,
Wow.
and made a joke about it. I don't remember exactly what the joke was, but yeah, he literally.
Nice.
Yep.
Mr. Burns wasn't laughing.
Google that.
Mr.
Yeah.
Burns was like, oh yes. I can't do Mr. I haven't watched Simpsons in fucking years. I can't do that.
Oh yeah.
You got close there.
Yeah,
You're channeling
It
the
was
spirit.
in the ballpark.
Well, they're all on right now if you want to catch up.
What is it? XX?
It's a 600.
Simpsons Marathon.
All
All
600
600
episodes.
Man, when is that? When did you talk about a creative group of people?
Dude.
God, how do they keep coming up with fucking
Yeah.
ideas? You know what I mean? Like you've been on that long,
At the same age, even.
And WWE
Yes.
will argue with
It's
them.
not like, you can deal
Yeah.
with different people even. I mean,
It's 600 episodes of the same age.
Oh.
They don't age. They don't change. Maggie still doesn't talk. Still the same jobs. I mean, sometimes
Right.
I'm
little
shocked
factors
that
will change,
that
but-
the voice people have been able to last that
One of
long.
them-
they haven't. A
Passed
lot
away,
of
I
them
think.
have changed quite a bit.
I think one of them passed away recently. I can't
Yeah.
remember the name of
I think the
person.
comic shop owner guy, wasn't it?
I think you're right.
If you listen to the voices in like the first
Oh,
two
man.
seasons,
Yeah.
they're not even the same people anymore.
Did you
I
guys
think- I
watch
know
it when
Hank-
it was on Tracy Ullman?
Yeah, that's how
The
it
what?
started. I used to
Yeah.
watch it then.
The
Yeah, that's
series
where it
was
started.
On Tracy Ullman.
Really?
It was
Tracy Ullman show.
It
on
was
Fox.
like 15-second skits on the way to commercial and on the way out of commercial. On Tracy
Really?
Ullman. Yeah.
And they were saying those were the highest parts of her show that people watched. That's why Fox signed like Matt Groening and said, "Okay, we'll take The Simpsons."
And they were basically stick figures at that point. They were really, really
Yeah.
rough. But
Yeah.
yeah,
like
the
Homer
show was
looked
awesome.
more like Grandpa. That's
Damn near,
kind
yeah.
of the way they were drawn and all that.
Yeah, more
I
the
mean,
pointy head and.
But it's
yeah.
like I think it's because it was all side actors on. Think of Tracy Ullman show if you weren't familiar with it, like Carol Burnett.
Mhm.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
oh,
That's
yeah.
kind of show it was. And like on Carol Burnett you had Tim Conway. I can't.
Carol
Vicki
Burnett.
Lawrence.
Vicki Lawrence,
I'm
yeah.
Thinking about the other guy, Ralph Corman.
Oh yeah.
Those were pretty much the featured players. On Tracy Ullman, it was, forgive me, and I can't get their names right now. Julie Kavner, she voices Marge. Dan Castellanos, I can't say it.
Castanella?
He voices Homer.
Mhm.
But they were all kind of bit players in her live action show.
And it's a
Correct.
chick that voices Bart.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't
she
remember her
was.
name, but she was on there.
You ever seen the movie Maximum Overdrive?
Mhm.
Yes.
The newlywed couple.
Oh God, the annoying couple.
Oh,
Yep.
the girl.
Yeah,
that's
that's
Bart
Bart.
Simpson.
Wow.
That's Yeardley Smith.
Really?
Yeah.
And Hank Azaria is
There's a
about
bunch.
9 different, 10 different.
The rest of the town.
I want to say, speaking of Fox, and earlier referenced Tom Brady and the Patriots, I was watching the Fox pregame show today, and they had some fake game show thing, trivia, whatnot, and they said, who, besides the Patriots and Cowboys, is a good team in the NFL? You have 48 minutes to come up with your decision. And at the end of it, he's like, I have no idea. It's like, you're correct.
The Raiders. Oh, we're going to sports.
Yeah.
The Raiders. They're 8-2.
Yeah, the Raiders aren't
No hating on the Raiders. 8-2.
I actually called that like when Derek Carr first in his first season. I'm like, he's gonna be good.
Dude, I put it on Facebook. I said the Raiders will win the AFC West. I put that out there. I was completely wrong about the NFC West because my Cardinals fucking suck right now.
You jinxed it, asshole.
Yeah, you did.
I jinxed it. Michael Calvin.
Yeah, it's his fault. It's his fault.
Yeah, it's my fault, Arizona, that Michael Floyd can't catch a fucking ball. My bad.
I'm pretty happy about that. I ain't gonna lie.
You know what? I'll delve into that for a little bit because I made a post not too long ago and I said, you know what? I said I can't hate. I'm not hating. The Cowboys were my grandma's favorite team. Okay, and it was kind of like a little rib between her and I while I was kind of rooted against them. I have so many friends that are Cowboys fans. You know, the Cardinals have been having a little bit of success in the last couple of years, and I've had an exciting time to watch them and all that. It's been great. You knew it had to be a letdown eventually.
Yeah.
There had to be a letdown eventually.
They weren't going to be a dynasty.
And my dad called it before the first goddamn snap of the season this year. My dad goes, "Oh, you think Super Bowl, huh?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "They're going to finish about 7 and fucking whatever, 7 and 10, whatever, 7 and 9,
7, 8, 9,
7 and 8, 7 and 9." My dad called it. But I'm happy to see all my Cowboys friends, you guys, enjoying the season for once, which is cool.
Yeah, I mean, on the backs of 2 rookies.
Yeah, I know.
It's fucking
I
awesome.
thought that was awesome.
like,
Romo said, "You know what, brother? I'm not jumping in. I'm not fucking with shit."
Like,
bro.
of all people to hit the lotto, fucking Jerry Jones.
No shit.
Fucking-
The rich get richer. They're
Well,
getting Dak
it's like
Prescott for
they
pennies
couldn't do
right
that
now.
to the Jaguars or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
like,
I know.
let's
Or-
make America's
or, hey,
team great again.
How about the fucking
We're going to
Browns?
make America.
Yeah, right,
How about
yeah.
the fucking Browns?
Yeah.
Great.
You know, but that just shows you, But fucking, I'm enjoying seeing everybody have fun with the Cowboys and the Raiders. And you know what? It's fun to watch them. As an objective football fan, throw it aside. It's fun to fucking watch. It's fun football to watch.
Well,
Okay,
if
Dak
you're a
Prescott
Cowboys
is-
fan, it's stressful because
Yeah.
they've had one fucking game all year that win or lose, the results didn't come down to the last 2 minutes of the game or overtime. The Browns, they got so boring that the NFL actually turned the fucking game off.
Yeah.
But other than
Did
that,
they really?
Yeah, they switched to a different game.
about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, they shut it off.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Finally, we get our team on mainstream because they don't show them ever in Arizona because we
When
always
they
get
used to
bumped
show
for
them
the
all the
Cardinals.
fucking time.
Right.
Yeah.
And then all of a
Even when
sudden
the
you're
Cardinals
like,
were here,
Yeah.
if the Cardinals didn't sell out,
Yep.
you didn't get to watch the Cardinals game here.
and then we're getting them
because of the blackout rule.
We finally get to watch them, and we get to watch. Not only are they winning, but they're stomping dog shit out of them. All of a sudden, they're like, and then we'll just go watch this game instead because they're so boring. We don't want to play them anymore.
Well, you can always pay $200 to get the direct TV.
Oh, I got it, but you can't watch them on those channels if they're on regular TV. Direct TV fucks you. If it's on regular television, you can't watch it, even if you're traveling. So if I'm out of state and I got the Direct TV, paid $6 billion so I can watch the shit on my phone, but it's on NBC that week, I cannot watch it on my phone when I'm traveling because it's at home on my regular fucking
Speaking
television.
of that, with the advent of all social media and YouTube and all that, why the fuck pay that much for NFL Sunday Ticket?
I don't get it.
So
Wait
I can
10
watch the
seconds,
game.
someone's going to post the shit on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I will never buy a UFC pay-per-view again in my life.
No, fuck that.
I got to wait 5 minutes. They're going to show the whole fucking fight later on. Why would I pay? They're like HD, UFC is like $65, $70.
What I don't get is at least with UFC, there's several undercards. There's always several fights, and there's always a chance.
FS1.
There's no. But what I'm getting at is there's always a chance for a dark horse. David versus Goliath. Deal.
Right.
What I don't get is the Mayweather Pacquiao fights where these fucking jerk offs are making $100 million
How
to
boxing?
fight,
How
and it's
boxing?
you know what's gonna happen.
How
Oh,
boxing?
we got every single one of them.
Holy
I love
shit!
Dude, how boxing is still relevant? I don't get that.
Because of Mayweather, that's the only reason. Dude, he kept it alive.
I hate when society makes assholes rich.
Yeah.
I just can't stand that.
Oh, Conor McGregor said you don't fucking know. Conor McGregor's an
See,
asshole, but I love him.
no, but he's
I'm
a
saying
colorful character, but
I'm the same way with Mayweather. I think it's awesome that he's such an arrogant asshole. I think that's what makes him fun to watch.
You know
love
what?
watching
Because
that
here's his
fucking
deal.
guy.
I'm an arrogant asshole.
Mhm.
I say I'm the best in the world. I'll put my gloves on. You put your gloves on. Prove me fucking wrong. Beat my ass.
Mm-hmm.
Beat my ass if you can.
Except he's really good about making sure that he only picks people he can beat, too.
That Pacquiao fight was about 10 years too late.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Big time.
I agree.
I think it was more of a curiosity factor than anything. But boxing for me, as a fan of combat sports, I enjoy it because I understand the inner workings of it. I enjoy a slow fight, just like I enjoy a defensive football game that's 3-3, or maybe a defensive or pitching battle that'll end up in a baseball game that's 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. I get it. You know what I mean? But we live in a society today.
Action.
Action.
Want
Want
action,
the
right.
home runs. Want the long bombs. Want the knockouts.
Nah.
That's the way it is. They try to cater to it in some instances, but I think what hurts boxing so much is that there's such a lack. With the exception of Floyd Mayweather and Manny
They don't have
Pacquiao,
those fucking
who else
sparkling
can you
stars.
name?
Yeah.
Okay, when's the last time? Think about this. When's the last time the United States of America had a heavyweight boxing champion of the world?
Right.
It's been at least 10 years.
Yep.
And you got the Klitschko's.
And that was what was really making it fun to watch, is the heavyweight fights that don't exist.
Well, yeah, because now we don't get Lennox Lewis versus Evander Holyfield,
Right.
or Evander Holyfield versus Mike Tyson.
I couldn't tell you who the heavyweight champ is in my lifetime.
I think it's a Klitschko. I don't know.
I follow boxing and I don't have a clue.
Yeah. And it's just like, I think that's where UFC does such a better job, because Dana White is good friends with, guess who? Vince McMahon. So guess who Dana White's learned a
They're
little
better
bit about
at
promotion about.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
Hey,
yes.
here we go. Vince McMahon told Dana White, get your star. Like, I can keep my stars safe for several years, because I can protect them in the ring. But if you get a good...
Because it's scripted.
Exactly.
Yep.
You can protect his boys.
You're saying it's not real?
But with, Dana White, he's tried.
I'm setting up a trap for you there,
I
Terry.
couldn't hear what you
You're
said.
just tiptoeing around it.
Well, Dana White, look at it. Ronda Rousey's already said she's coming towards the end. I think
She
she's
tried
gonna,
to fight Mayweather too.
No, right. Well, she's got to worry about Amanda Nunes next. But then, Chuck Liddell was the poster boy for a while. Then he got his ass rocked. Knocked out, like one of the worst knockouts I've ever seen, when he was the poster boy for UFC. Who was it? Rashad Evans.
Yep.
Knocked his ass out. You know what I mean? That's the thing with the UFC. You can't really
It's
Protect
hitch your
anybody.
wagon to the horse, because you never know. UFC, anything can happen. It could be someone going to their back and just gets that lucky shot, punches you right in the knockout button. You're on your fucking face with your ass out in the air for everybody to see. You're not
Like
a
when,
badass.
when Rousey got kicked in the head,
Holly-
it's like,
that's a-
holy
that's an example.
shit! Like somebody come out of left field and fucking just, oh my god, nobody saw that coming.
But no, if you looked at it, if you looked at who Holly Holm is, what her fighting style is, and her length and all that, her
it
height
was a
Right.
good
compared
matchup.
to Rousey, yeah, Holly Holm, I thought, I was like, you know what, this could be an upset, because she can keep Rousey away. Holm's a boxer. Rousey's judo. Okay, what's the best way to keep a wrestler away from you? Punch him in the face. Don't
Yep.
go to the ground with him. That's what she did. It always comes down to style.
Boy,
versus
did
style.
she ever.
Yeah.
And then she kicked her in the face instead of punching her in the
Oh
face.
my
I
god,
think-
kaboom!
One thing Mayweather did that it would be nearly impossible for anybody else to do is not only did he become a great boxer, but he took over the entire freaking industry.
Yeah.
I mean, every one of his fights, he owned the promotion for the fight. It was to the point where most of his last few fights, if he lost the fight, he would still make more money than the guy that won.
Yeah.
And he owns, I mean, most of the up-and-coming boxers now are his. I mean, he
Just
promotes
getting
them.
Don King out of there was,
Yeah, absolutely.
That was
Well, but see,
an
Darn King
absolute
being in the
necessity.
first place is what corrupted the purity of boxing.
horrible, just horrible. That
Because,
is, yeah.
anytime I see a fight happening in Las Vegas, I'm like, don't let it go to the judges. Don't let it go to the judges.
Right.
Because if
It's
it
like
goes
that
to
in
the
UFC
judges,
and anything though.
people are getting paid over there. And that's UFC. It is what it is. You know what I mean? If you get in there, and yeah, a lot of people complain about it now because there's a lot of wrestling. But it's all about control. Sometimes people are so evenly matched, it's all they can do.
Yep.
But it's like, if you want that kind of blood sport, then bring back tough man boxing.
Yeah, that was
You know what I'm
awesome.
saying?
I loved it.
It's where you stand up. It is what it is. You
Yeah,
keep swinging
just
till a motherfucker's
haymakers,
down on
yeah.
their ass. It is what it is. That's what people want to see. And UFC has become very technical. It's called mixed martial arts for a reason. You're blending so many different styles. Trying
Yeah,
to
you put a jiu-jitsu guy against a wrestler, you're going to get a lot of mat work.
exactly.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
And it's a series of opportunities. And
It's a chess.
whether or
That's what
not
they call
they
boxing,
can
human
take
chess.
advantage of those opportunities, but a lot of times you don't want to. You have a guy that doesn't want to. Okay, I see an opening, but if I go for it, I might get locked.
That's
up.
why so many first rounds typically are so slow.
Just feeling each
Because
other
there's a lot of stepping, a lot of fame.
I think it was a catalyzing moment back when UFC first started. You know, it was built like you're saying, like it's. No holds barred. Fucking these guys are just gonna beat the shit out of each other.
I loved it then.
And in walks Hoist Gracie, no bigger than me.
Yep.
Unassuming as fuck. I mean, he looks like just some guy that sweeps streets or something. And here he comes, and he beats the biggest, baddest motherfuckers. And they're like blown away, and
no weight classes,
so
he's beating people's asses for 200 pounds heavier.
This was so outlawed back then.
Think
I mean, no weight classes. Yeah.
UFC 8, it was a one-night tournament.
Yeah.
These guys
had to fight several times. Yeah.
You think about it now, it's like, okay, your opponent's so-and-so.
They're getting a little prima donna.
You get to do your camp.
Yeah.
UFC 8 was called David versus Goliath.
Yes. I remember there was a guy.
They literally put the little dudes against the big dudes.
When that little
won
dude,
that fucking tournament, Don Fry won that fucking tournament.
When the little guy punched the big Chinese guy in the nose and broke his nose, one punch, boom, and this guy was like 100 pounds versus like a 400-pound Chinese guy.
First match of the night, that was Don Fry versus a nameless big fucking Puerto Rican dude, because it was held in Puerto Rico, because they couldn't get it sanctioned in the United States, because it was a one-night tournament, because basically what they call, that's why they got to make weight, so everybody knows it's even, it's so fair. Yeah. But this was basically a big catchweight fight.
It was so outlawed back then.
That's what they call it when the fighters aren't the same weight. It's called a catchweight fight. Mm-hmm. Okay, but you can't in the United States. You can't fight for a title at catchweight.
Yep.
So they're like, fuck it, David versus Goliath. It was just like, dude, they're competing back then. The pay-per-view king was WWE, WWF back then. Mm-hmm. So they're trying to throw an angle, a hook, like, okay, fuck, come check our shit out. We're real.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We'll put the big guys against the little guys.
Dude, and it
first
worked.
Goddamn round, first fight, Don Fry versus the nameless motherfucking Puerto Rican. And Don Fry, you know what Don Fry looks like. You know what I'm saying? This dude, the fucking big dude, comes out. Don Fry just walks right up to him. Puts him on his ass. Don Fry he won the tournament and spent no more than, I think, 4 minutes in 3 fucking fights in one night.
It was crazy. It was crazy. I remember that. Because my buddy Kevin Moore was, like, from way back. I mean, I'm talking like, I think we picked it up at like UFC 3 or 4 or something like that. And so, I mean, I have since, I dropped out after about 10 of them, but it was, I mean, we're watching the old school ones, and I was just, it was way different than it is now. Like I said, it
doesn't interest me anymore.
It's pretty fucking, it's almost to the point, I mean, it's getting to be like WWF up to the point where the fights are scripted. Like, the fights are still, but like all the pomp and circumstance and the fucking, the talking shit at weigh-ins and this and that.
They're using WWE guys. Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
They're bringing him in because it's eyes on the product. It's bringing that. They brought CM Punk, who failed fucking miserably.
Right.
Got his ass kicked, and I knew it, and I loved it. Fuck you, CM Punk.
I'm sure he's...
he's going to be watching from Chicago or whatever the fuck. But, I give the guy credit. The guy trained for 2 years, and I take that back. But it's like, dude, he's in jiu-jitsu. He's a white belt in jiu-jitsu, as far as what I know. He trained very, very fucking hard after, like, a back surgery and all that. But the kid he fought, Mickey Gall's, like, 10, 12 years is younger. Yeah. And that kid's like a purple belt jiu-jitsu. Joe Rogan's even fucking call it as the fight's going on. It's like, dude, you can't just roll with the guy like this, They should have gave him somebody different. The kid kicked his ass. Right. I mean, the fight, 2:47 in the first round, choked him out. Punk went in. Hey, I don't get in the cage to try to fight one of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I give the man credit. But when you get Brock Lesnar involved, then they got the PED thing going on, because Lesnar is getting suspended by the U.S. Drug or whatever, the USADA, whatever they call it, because fucking he tested positive for a testosterone massacre after he fought Mark Hunt. Mark Hunt's a fucking headhunter. He wants to knock motherfuckers out. Lesnar took him to the ground, kept him to the ground. Lesnar's got the amateur wrestling background. Mark Hunt, man, if Lesnar's juicing, that's not a fair playing fucking field. Dude, it's not WWE, it's UFC. You have to go in there clean, man. Right. And fucking fight another man that's at your weight, heavyweight, whatever it is. Fucking use your skill against his fucking skill. Why the fuck do you need to juice? Why the fuck do you need to do steroids? You know what I'm saying? Why cheat? Right. Yeah. That's the thing. So as much as, and the other thing that pissed me off about Brock Lesnar, he goes in there wearing Canadian fucking colors.
Yeah.
Bitch, you're from fucking South Dakota.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
But he has a house.
Did he have the
in it
Canadian
now.
flag?
Yes, he had the whole
Yeah.
Canadian get
Oh,
up.
see, I didn't even watch it. I knew he got beat, but I didn't know.
No, he won.
No, he won.
Oh, he won?
Yeah.
Or am I thinking of like a couple years ago when he lost?
No, this is just this past year when he came back.
Okay.
Because I think, what was it, John Jones got suspended for fucking doping.
Yep.
Right.
And then they had to put Brock Lesnar in the main event because they were like, fuck, it was UFC 200 or 300 where they were like, we got to sell tickets. We got to put a name on there.
Yeah,
Why?
he was the headliner of 200 and 300, if I remember correctly.
Who, Lesnar was?
Yeah.
Really?
Lesnar brings, I mean, that's the WWE attraction to it. That's promotion. That's why Vince tells Dana White, hey, find a star, pick a star, pump the star till they lose, and whoever they lose to, that's your new star. You know, in WWE, the cycle goes fucking Bruno Sammartino, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, fucking Stone Cold, The Rock. Now we're at John Cena. Now they're trying to build another star. You know,
Yep.
that's
Who's
how
the next?
business
Who's
goes.
the next WWE star?
Man, honestly, dude, I haven't even really watched it. Like I'm
What?
so Goldberg's back. Goldberg's
Yeah.
back.
I saw that the other day.
That match was
Yeah.
a joke.
Like
Yeah,
what
I don't
happened?
know why they did that.
I remember people were
That was
complaining. It was
stupid.
like 2 minutes or something.
Not
Like
even 2 minutes, like 1.
I remember
37,
Vince and the
142.
WWF, WWE, whatever you want to call it, made fun of WCW for pushing Goldberg to be this unstoppable force like they were doing. They made fun of them. And then they have him come in and destroy a UFC heavyweight fucking champion. I don't fucking buy
Well,
it.
guess how the ratings on Raw have been doing since Goldberg's been back. They're up.
Really?
They're up.
I mean,
They're some of the highest they've been. John Cena's been out for a while. And John Cena's off doing other projects, whatever. Goldberg's doing rock numbers. The fans are responding.
wow.
Goldberg got over in Toronto, and Toronto's what they call Bizarro Land. Because Toronto, the fans will hijack the fucking show. What I mean by the fans hijacking the show, when the good guy comes out, they'll boo the fuck out of that guy.
Oh, really?
They'll cheer the bad guy. When the divas are out, this shit sucks. This is on pay-per-view. They go off.
Really?
The big main event, they did it before, like a Batista versus fucking Kane match. The main event. Boring. They hijack shit. That's what the
Right.
crowds do.
That's hilarious.
So Goldberg got over in Toronto. That's huge.
Wow.
And he's over 50 years old. You know, he still looks good, in great shape.
He's more than he's over 50.
Yeah.
Shit me.
Dude, 1998 was over 20 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
Around 20 years ago.
Jesus.
So now, it was
Yeah,
like
it was-
Goldberg
It
came
was,
out
it
and
was,
said,
it was 18 years ago, to be exact.
Goldberg
almost
came out
over
and said,
for
in his promo,
almost.
said, Brock Lesnar, you're not only next, you're last.
Coolidge match.
Lesnar, or Goldberg just wanted to come back to wrestle for his kids, so his son could see him wrestle once. Now, because the ratings are up, Goldberg's merchandise is selling very well. Guess who's going to be in the Royal Rumble in January?
Goldberg.
Guess who's going to wrestle at WrestleMania in Orlando? Probably against Brock Lesnar. Goldberg. So
How long
you're
before
tough-
the How long before the Rock comes back?
The Rock will be in Orlando. The Rock's not going to work any long programs because of the movies and all that shit. But he never misses WrestleMania now. So the supposed card, the rumor for WrestleMania 33 in Orlando is you should have Goldberg versus Lesnar, part 3. See if Lesnar can get his revenge because Goldberg's 2-0 against Lesnar. The main event should be John Cena versus The Undertaker, career versus career. This should
What do
be
you think? What is career versus career?
Taker leave?
yeah. Taker's going to work a somewhat regular schedule now on SmackDown. He's back, but they're basically saying this is kind of like Taker's version of Kobe Bryant's farewell
Yeah,
tour. Like this
For
is
sure.
we're coming to the end of the road.
Give the
Taker's
fans
like,
one last chance to see him in action. And
right. So Taker might. It could be a career versus career because Cena's kind of in and out now too. You know what I'm saying?
What else
Look,
is he doing?
movies
He's
and
doing
stuff.
TV shows, movies, all that shit. He's trying to cross over like The Rock. So that's, to me, those are the two biggest ones. But like Taker versus Cena, they wanted to do it in Dallas, but they were both hurt, or Cena was hurt. So they've been trying to put it up. This is the one match you've never seen. I mean, as far as where they're at now. I think John Cena was on SmackDown when he was coming up, and Taker squashed him a couple times.
Right.
But now it's John Cena versus
Right.
The Undertaker, you know?
it's hard to keep them healthy when they're 65, 70 years old.
Undertaker, man, I mean,
How old is he?
Shit.
They don't get it. They don't. expect him to do a lot, but every time he gets out there, he does a lot.
Yeah.
He's got to be
He's
like
son
late
of a
50s,
bitch.
isn't he?
Easy.
At least, maybe even 60.
No, I think he's like 56, 57.
Really?
He's up there.
Can you imagine like
crazy.
being his grandkids? or him
My
being
granddaddy could kick
him
your ass.
being a grandpa. You know what I mean? It's like crazy.
Yeah. So
That's
anyway, so
hilarious.
yeah, that's supposed to be the big deal on that. So sorry, I went all UFC and what ifs.
Where did we
what we
start with that,
I don't remember.
We were talking about cars.
Madam Secretary?
Yeah, cars.
We were talking.
Is that how it started? Was cars?
Yeah.
Cars, yep. The
Wow.
Cars 3.
Goodness.
And then we started talking
Talk
about
about
You
football.
motherfuckers are long-winded, man. Fuck.
Well, we're aimless
Well,
for a
hey.
reason.
That's
Yep.
the name of the show, dude.
It's fantastic. John, do you have anything else you want to touch on before we get to Helen's stuff?
Not really.
I think this Helen's is going to be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, we better get to that before
Yeah.
it's tomorrow.
Okay, so usually I do trivia or ask favorite, what are they called? Favorite list?
Top fives.
Top fives. So today I thought I'd do something a little bit different. We're going to call this part Know Your Adventurers. So you're going to get
That
to
would be
know a
us.
little bit more about us lovely people. So the first question I'm going to ask is, and then we could just go around, no matter who answers first.
Literally
What
round
is your
table.
favorite food?
That's a hard question.
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
hard.
Favorite food, man. I'm definitely like a meat and potatoes kind of guy. So I think anything beef related is typically what would have to be my favorite. Good steak, potatoes on the side. I think that's always going to be the staple.
I know I can picture mine in my head right now. It's a well done, thick cut prime rib.
Prime rib is good.
Prime rib.
Definitely.
I'm hamburgers.
What?
No, man. I mean, hear me out though. Like when you go and you
You're a
get
cheap fucking date, man.
Not if you go to Red Robin.
No.
Red Robin ain't that fucking cheap.
Whoa, bust out the fancy shit on us.
No, you know, I just
Fuddruckers kick Red Robin's ass.
you know, when we go out, when we go on vacation and stuff, Cassandra always, I always want to try different things, and I always just go to hamburgers. But I mean, I like different places and how their take on the hamburger is, you know. So it's just like, you know, you can go to one place like
They
Sonic's
grind
hamburger
up
is
the
not the
meat,
same as the
another place.
Goose's hamburger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And plus, you can dress up a hamburger any way you want.
Who
Try
dads?
things.
Mm.
Like
Okay.
my
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
hamburger right now, I think it's called the Bonsai Burger. It's at Red Robin.
Yum.
It comes with teriyaki and a big ass grilled pineapple slice on it.
Okay.
You know, and that's you can. Do
I
what
like
you
their
want.
A1 peppercorn burgers.
Exactly. Exactly.
Red Robin.
If you end up in
Yeah,
San,
I like the
if
one
you
with
end
the
up in
egg.
San Diego, check out Hodad's.
Who dads is awesome.
So good.
It's like old school.
What,
but on
in
the
San Diego?
Yeah.
Where?
Pacific
Uh,
Beach.
Yeah.
It's
I think
been
it's technically Ocean City.
Ocean Beach. Sorry,
Ocean
Ocean
Beach,
Beach, not Pacific
Yeah.
Beach. Yeah, but it's right like a half block from the beach, and it's one of those old school places.
They have
If
two
you go,
locations, but that's one we went to.
if you go at like, 2 p.m. on a Thursday, it's still gonna be like wait outside for half an hour to make
Yeah.
your order
But
kind of
it's
thing.
worth
really?
It's
Yeah.
Dude,
ridiculous.
if I have a standby that I can always go to, I love it. Usually from wherever it's at, it's a hamburger and then second fried chicken.
What about hamburger with fried chicken?
Ooh.
Heaven.
Terry is
I'm not long for this world with my diet.
ordering off the kids menu over here.
Right,
What do you
so
got,
like the rest
John?
of the
What's
guys,
yours?
But yeah, good old steak, maybe some steak fries or something to go with it. But
Any
yeah.
particular restaurant?
Texas Roadhouse is
We just went there for the first time. I had training in Tucson last week, as a matter of fact. We went over there, and she'd been to one before, but I had never had before. Man, pretty damn impressive. I enjoyed my
the ribs
time
are
there.
really good too.
Really good.
You had never been to Texas Roadhouse before?
No, we never really met because the one in Tucson was just on the way. I was down south Tucson last week for training,
I'm sorry.
and then Cassandra
Yeah.
went with me and all that, and then she's like, "Wow, this is like the hugest version of Coolidge I've ever seen in my life." And I was like, "Well, I love Coolidge, but you know,
Best.
South Tucson is kind of it is what it is. I don't want to just
South Tucson is South Tucson.
Best place to
It is
get
what
prime rib always used to be the Chuck Wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that
I'll
place.
tell you where you want the best value, and you'll get your bang for your buck. Rawhide, out there by
At the casino. Gila River
casino?
I haven't been there yet.
Go there.
I've been there a bunch before they moved to the casino.
Yeah.
Back when they were way up yonder.
Way
and
out
stuff,
there, yeah.
I think Cassandra got the ribeye plate with, the regular size, which is, you get your money's worth over there. And the size of the ribeye she got was great. And then I got like a whole half chicken and my size, cornbread and all
And
that.
a burger?
And Jordan, no, I do like to vary it up. I said burgers and chicken, so I did throw chicken in there, bro.
You said fried chicken.
Hey,
Rewind the tape.
I like my yard bird, man. But I think, for myself, her, we got some stuff for Benjamin. Benjamin was about 8 months old, I think, at that time. And Jordan, I think it only ran like $60. Like, we ate on that food. It was like a lot, dude. So, rawhide, yeah. Ambiance and setting.
I like Rustler's Roost up there.
Rustler's Roost is freaking awesome. I love that place.
Never heard of it. Where's that at?
The Point.
The Point? South
Where's-
Mountain?
Right
off I-10?
I-10 and
Baseline.
Baseline.
Oh, I'll check.
Right-hand baseline.
Yeah.
There's
You can ride a slide to get into the
Yeah.
dining room.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't find out what Helen's is.
Helen?
We ain't got
Oh.
there yet.
Tacos.
Okay.
I love
Ain't nothing
tacos.
wrong with
Tacos are good.
I have
Tacos
to
are
bring you
good.
some Cassandra's. You'll flip over them, I swear to God.
Yeah.
Best thing about tacos
Great
is there's
tacos.
8 billion different kinds.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Variations and
And nothing
Same
is
thing with
bad.
hamburgers.
There's no bad version of tacos.
Right, exactly.
Love some good fish tacos.
Oh, that
do
too,
I
absolutely.
enjoy that.
Fish or shrimp.
All right, next one. What is your favorite drink?
Alcoholic
or
Any.
regular?
Any. We'll keep it open.
Yeah, I gotta say iced tea. Well, just favorite drink. I can't drink like 2 gallons a day, so even if there is something I like better, it don't come close to iced tea. I get too busy.
At the house, we drink Coke. I drink Coke Zero. And I was never, growing up, I always thought it was kind of real bougie for people to drink like Diet Coke and shit like that. It's like, if you're going to drink soda, drink soda. But then we got it, and after a while, you get used to the taste, and now I prefer Coke Zero over everything.
Coke Zero and Pepsi Max did a really good job
Yeah.
of duplicating the flavors.
Yeah, or iced tea.
Soda, I'm a Coke Zero, caffeine-free Coke Zero. I don't drink caffeine.
What?
I don't drink caffeine.
What's the point then?
I don't have to have caffeine, bro. I'm jacked up as
What?
It is, bro.
I don't really drink without caffeine.
Right. Right, yeah.
We
I
add
like
caffeine to our water.
Caffeine-free Coke Zero,
I
Gatorade,
literally
Gatorade
do.
Freak, lemon lime Gatorade, and obviously I like my beer.
The Mio
Miller
Energy,
Lite, preferably.
the little Mio Energy, you can literally add caffeine to your water.
That has caffeine in it?
Yep.
Yep, sure
Really?
does. A lot.
Did not know that.
No sugar, lots of caffeine.
Go meal.
I would have to say either Coke Zero, Pepsi Max, and if we're talking alcohol, whatever beer is available and cheap, and Clamato.
My alcohol tastes change all the time, but right now it's always been just whiskey and. Right now it's always been.
Whiskey. and
Right
whatever
now,
is available.
currently, it's whatever good whiskey I have happened to have in my fridge and ginger ale.
I've been a whiskey and Coke man for a long time.
I did too until I just started drinking way too much freaking soda with my
Yeah.
whiskey and started having stomach problems and
Right.
shit. So switched to ginger ale and I love it.
Nice.
So,
Gotcha.
mine would probably be the sugar-free Kool-Aid.
What?
That's good shit. Why not? That's good shit.
Sugar-free Kool-Aid?
Yes.
So you're basically
And
drinking colored water.
And it's not even the Kool-Aid brand.
Colored
No,
bitter
it's
water.
Like the Kroger brand.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I buy
No,
Kroger
those,
shit all
those,
the
things,
time.
those things are packed with flavor.
Sugar free Wally.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
That's awesome.
And of course, Moscato wine's my favorite.
Mm.
I do like Moscato.
All right, what is your favorite color?
Red.
Red.
I have literally never in my life had a favorite color.
And I switched. When I was younger, it was blue. I
Yeah.
used to love blue. But now as an adult, I've switched over to red.
Red Cardinals, Hulkamania, red.
Right now, I think.
Hulkamania is yellow.
Red,
Red and yellow. Red comes
Red
first. It's the
and
red and
yellow.
yellow.
I thought it was
John?
it was more
Red-
yellow than
red.
red.
And yellow.
You hurt his
Red
feelings.
with
It
yellow.
was
eyes.
always
Hulk
more
says
yellow
it
than
is.
red.
I got all them watching the red and yellow of Hulkamania, brother. It's the red and yellow.
You
Don't
didn't think this
question
would be
me when it
the
comes to
question to start a fight?
I
right?
know.
Yeah, if I had to pick one, like right this very second, just because my house is always full of Relay for Life stuff, it'd probably be purple.
Nice.
But I've never had a favorite color.
Mine would have to be yellow, but pink is probably coming up.
Yep, and that's mine. Pink and brown.
Pink and brown?
That's really good together.
Yeah.
That's
That's like peanut butter and jelly.
It sounds like I heard the song by Wiz Khalifa, Pink and Doo-Doo, Pink and Doo-Doo,
Oh my
Pink and Doo-Doo.
All right, what is your favorite scent?
Scent?
Ooh,
Yep.
scent.
Fiddy.
Winner! 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 Right there.
Fiddy.
Fiddy?
Scent.
50 cent?
50 cent?
You slow motherfucker, you.
It's not slow. It's like I thought you said 50. I was like, 50 don't smell like shit. A $50 bill? What the fuck are you talking about, essay?
That's fantastic.
Welcome to the show, Terry.
Dude,
Been here for the whole time.
Arizona in the rain.
Yeah, I agree with that. That is awesome.
It's a good smell.
Yeah.
Good smell.
Like a sprinkle, like a little sprinkle, and just makes the dirt smell good.
Yep.
That is
Anything that doesn't smell like me.
Right. My favorite smell is, it's kind of weird. It's very particular. It's the day after I race, when I open up my race car trailer and I smell my raced car still dirty. It's got a mix of like dirt and fuel and tires, and it's just this very particular smell that it's like, it smells so good to me.
I could totally see that because like when we go to the drag races a lot, and I freaking love, and it actually burns and gives you a fucking headache and kind of makes you sick a little, but I love the mixture of the fuel and the tires and shit like that. And I mean, we do sometimes throw up a little bit from it, but other than that, it's really enjoyable. So I kind of get that.
I kind of like the smell of a dryer.
Okay.
The lint, all that. It smells good.
I've always liked the smell of gasoline and Bondo.
He always has
Really?
rags soaked with it in his pocket just for special occasions.
I think part of the Bondo thing was growing up. We used to live on Harding, and right across Main Street, my friend's parents, I guess, had a body shop, I would assume, where that plumbing place is.
Oh yeah.
And just the smells coming from that, I was just kind of dug, and now, of course, I link it to that. So.
Right.
So mine is, of course, the Arizona rain. I like any fruity smells, like oranges smell real good, really nice to me. But I also like the smell of pennies.
Oh, really?
The copper
Ugh.
thing?
Yeah, the copper.
Would that be ozone?
Ugh. That's kind of got a dirty smell.
You should ask me what you get to smell all the time. Benjamin's diaper. Poopy? Oh,
So
poopy.
wait. One of Helen's favorite scents is literally a scent.
Oh. Yeah, you're good tonight, huh?
That's
Okay, what is your one all-time favorite movie? And it can only be one. I know there's lots of them. Like if it's lots of movies that you could choose from that you love.
Pulp
but-
Fiction. Pulp Fiction.
That was quick.
It does it every time. I mean, it just subconscious. I don't even have to like pick through my brain. It just automatically comes. I mean, because I love that movie. I mean, it's good.
I have to say Black Hawk Down. I can watch that movie. It's even though it's 3 hours long. If it's like if I'm flipping through the channels on my way to sleep at night and I catch it halfway through, I'm staying up to watch it, even though I was on my way to falling asleep. Can't fucking turn it off. It always sticks. So
Predator. I've seen it over probably 300 times now in my life. I remember the first time I saw it. I was living in Washington State, can't think of Mount Lake Terrace, and my mom rented it because Jesse the Body Ventura was in it. It was the first time I got to see a wrestler in a movie.
And
It was
it's
the
made in
second
the
time
house.
because I saw Hulk Hogan in Rocky 3. And it fucked me up as a kid because I saw Jesse the Body get blown apart, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still a big Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, but it was just like...
Get to the chopper!
It's just one of those movies. Yeah, you can recite every fucking line of the movie, like when him and Dylan see each other. Dylan, you son of a bitch! And they just fucking clap their hands, do that fucking arm wrestling scene. They're all oiled up and shit. You know what I mean? And plus,
Yeah.
dude, well, I mean the arms are.
Yeah.
Here's the funky thing. I mean, hey,
I like how he
I'm-
jumped from the.
I didn't mean it like that.
I don't give a shit. No, I'll be transparent as hell, man. I'm a fucking wrestling fan. I'm a bodybuilding fan too. You know, you get into wrestling, you want to know how the fuck they get that way.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And the cool thing, that movie has so many fucking neat behind the scenes stories. Like the guy that fucking that played Billy, he ran for governor of North Carolina, but they actually had extra movie security on set to protect the other actors from that guy because he was a fucking nut. He was a psycho.
Wow.
That
Like-
movie has produced 2 governors in the United States: Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jesse Ventura.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's Jean-Claude Van Damme was actually the Predator initially.
Are you serious?
No bullshit.
Yeah.
And they did a bunch of test shit. And the actual costume for the Predator initially was this big red funky looking thing. And they were like, get the fuck, that looks horrible. And Van Damme would always, because they were shooting in Mexico or Hawaii, I can't remember. But Van Damme got fired off it because he kept complaining, he kept getting sick and then all the actors were getting sick because where they were shooting and all that kind of shit. And then fucking the guy that actually played the Predator, I think his name was Kevin Peter Hall, died from AIDS. So there's a lot of, and he couldn't see, like the final fight scene with him and Arnold, he couldn't see for shit, and he's having to do a lot of scenes in the water. He almost died a couple times. You know, it's almost like watching Apocalypse Now. When you saw the documentary on it, Martin Sheen had a heart attack while he was filming. There was a bunch of shit they had to deal with. Marlon Brando showed up completely out of shape for the movie. Predator, the movie, as much as it's, you know, schlocky action, heroes, big guns versus alien, the behind-the-scenes shit is fucking cool. And what's come to happen to some of them is, like, neat as fuck. You know what I mean? And plus, at the time when that movie came out, the effects they were doing when the Predator used his cloaking device, that was revolutionary.
Oh, yeah,
time.
yeah.
You've never seen anything like that at the moment.
A lot of that's the same reason that I like Black Hawk Down, because it's I mean, being a true story helps, but I've researched and seen how accurate it is, and like there's a scene in the movie, the colonel that's running the whole convoy of Humvees through the movie. I actually met him. I got to talk to him for a long time. He wrote a book, and he does talks all over the country. And I went and listened to him speak, and just listened to all the political drama that caused that whole scene from him and stuff. It was pretty cool, but I get that, just knowing the backstory kind of thing.
I'd like to say some cool movie like you guys, but for me it's complete watchability, and I can literally watch this movie every time it comes on. Sister Act 2.
What?
I've seen it probably 100 times. Still like it as much as I liked it the first time.
It's probably why we get along so great, is because mine is Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh
Right.
my goodness.
I love that.
Sandra
movie.
likes that one.
At least
movie's
that
good.
has some like street cred.
Some
in the-
cult following.
Yeah,
Right.
Sister
stuff.
Act.
You got laughed at.
Two.
I guess,
Yeah,
you
the
did.
If I
sequel.
sat here for 1,000 days, I would never have been able to guess that movie.
I actually
Yep.
do.
Jesus.
I wouldn't have got. I wouldn't guess either. Honestly, I'd have figured. Not implying. or
Not even
anything,
Sister
but I
Act
figured
1.
No.
Sister
The
Act
sequel.
2.
2.
The first one wasn't good enough.
No.
Right.
The sequel was better.
Goodness.
Sometimes they are.
Sometimes.
Well, that one come out of left field there.
All right. What is your favorite article of clothing?
Hats. I wear one every day, and I match my hats to my shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Sunglasses. Don't leave the house without it. Can't function without it.
I always wear sunglasses every day.
Yeah.
Sunglasses definitely mine, because I just hate being outside without them.
Does that count as clothing though?
Covers your eyes.
Yep.
It's
Clothing
definitely an
covers parts of your
accessory
body,
too.
Yeah,
Covers your
definitely.
eyes.
And it's also the most expensive pair of clothing I wear.
Not mine. From
Yeah.
Fry's.
No.
Phoenix Sun.
His are kind of badass though, because they got bottle openers. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Always prepared.
Dare.
Not gonna catch me in the Walking Dead lifestyle unprepared, buddy. We're gonna find a way to.
Why
open
don't you
it.
just
Fuck
carry a
camping.
Leatherman?
We'll find it. I'll be like fucking Rick Grimes. Carl. We're gonna open up the green beans.
Coral.
So we can eat
Coral.
Carl.
I bet you if you ask Misty, she'd say hair ties.
Probably. I'd have to say shorts, specifically my cargo sweat shorts.
You are famous for those.
Yeah.
I like sweatpants.
Again, why we get along.
That's great.
Okay, what is the coolest natural wonder you have seen?
Oh man, that's an easy one. When I
Sarah
was
Canyon.
and I was in Alaska in 2009, I was up there working for driving trucks, and one day I got put on a job. You had to drive through this tunnel 2 miles to get into this inlet, which was on the Prince William Sound. But you had to go through this tunnel. It was on train tracks, and so every 30 minutes traffic would go one way, and they'd shut you off. And I mean, it was just a one lane. You could barely see the other end of this tunnel when you got through it. But once you got in there, oh God, I can't even remember the name of the town. It was an old army base. There was one big, huge, tall building in town that was the army base, but now it's since been converted to apartments. But so anyway, it was a long story. So I delivered this load of rock that they were building a ramp for the school there. And so on my way out, I had to wait, of course, for them to allow the traffic to go the other direction. So I get out of the truck, and then I hear this noise, and I'm like, what, you know, it's just coming from Arizona, you're just not used to this kind of stuff, right? So I'm sitting there, and it's just this huge valley, like you couldn't even see where the mountains stopped. Like you seemed like you were in this big bowl. And the mountains there in Alaska, they get real tall real quick. I'm talking like thousands and thousands of feet straight up. I mean, it's just crazy. So I'm sitting there, and I hear this noise, and I don't know what it is. And finally I realize that it's waterfalls, and I start actually paying attention, and there's like literally hundreds of them in this big panoramic circle. And so there was one that was close enough for me to walk to, and you could literally, it just disappeared into the rock. So it wasn't like a waterfall into a river. So like I literally walked up, and this waterfall was like a couple thousand feet high, and it was the coolest fucking thing I'd ever experienced, because it's like, I mean, it's something that we don't have here. Right. You know what I mean?
Badass.
And it's just cool as shit. And while I was and then I sat on an iceberg watching at the waterfall. So it was crazy. I mean, it's just. Yeah, that was my coolest natural. What was it? Natural what?
Natural wonder.
Yeah.
Natural wonder.
Yeah, that.
I would have to say, as much as I would like to say the Grand Canyon or Median
Yeah, it's
Crater,
too easy. Too easy.
Yeah. Went back to Indiana back when I was 12, and my aunt and uncle picked me up at the airport, and we're driving home, and they're telling me about a tornado that just ran through.
Oof.
I'm like, okay, you know, not really fathoming what a tornado really is or was. I mean, we had one touch in Coolidge back in like
85.
82 or 85.
85. I was in first grade.
But
So were you.
yeah, driving through, and I'm like, okay, up here, look to your right, just past the mountain here, and you could see this valley where trees were just removed
Oh, the tornado had just
from
moved.
where the
through,
tornado
yeah.
had just ran its course through this forest, and just the lack of trees was where it hit, and it was just, I don't know, kind of
I've seen that.
mind-boggling, I guess.
I've seen that in Georgia, and I saw a path cut through the top of a mountain from a tornado, and it was literally probably a third of a mile wide. It was ridiculous, but I've been pretty lucky with traveling and stuff. I've gotten to see some pretty cool stuff. But I think the one that always stands out that like I always want to be able to take my kids to and stuff like that is Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico.
Okay.
I've seen I've been in a lot of cave systems and stuff like
Been
that
there.
too. But
You've never been there?
No, I have.
Oh,
It's just that's the one that compared to the other stuff I've seen, that's the one that always stands out that I definitely want to keep going back to.
We stopped there on our way to FFA National Convention back in the day, and
Yeah, I love it.
they tell you don't touch the ice thing, and everybody, of course, always
Yeah.
touches it.
Handprints all in it.
Don't drink the water either.
So if you go to Mexico and India,
Yeah.
Mexico or India.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
What's your natural
Grand Canyon because it's in Arizona.
pussy?
Yeah, easy.
What else, dude? Arizona, dude.
It's only one of the great natural wonders of the world,
Oh,
but
I got to see. I think climate art and everything. I think it's Mount Everest. It's in Washington State. My mom used to live up there, so saw that. That was pretty gnarly. You know what I mean?
Mount Everest is.
Like just driving like up and around that area, whatever you see it, whatever, like in the distance or background. But I think I was really young when I got to see Grand Canyon, and just when you're a kid, you see wow.
Everest
Everest
is in the Himalayas, yeah.
McKinley?
Mount,
McKinley?
no.
that's in
Mount
Alaska.
St. Helens.
Oh, there you go. Mount
There you
St.
go,
Helens.
Mount St. Helens.
The one that erupted.
Mount
The
Everest.
yeah.
Mount St. Helens. That was an actual fucking mountain. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
the one that erupted.
whoa, you know what I mean? Like that's some crazy shit that happened with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So saw that. And Grand Canyon, yeah, man, Grand Canyon is awesome, dude. I mean, honestly, it's just like, wow, just look at it. You know, I mean, I'm a homer or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? But I still kind of like, that's some cool shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So mine, I haven't really traveled very much. So mine is actually the Grand Canyon too, but the Grand Canyon is one of those things, like you drive all the way there, all those hours to get there, and you look and you're like, oh,
Awesome.
this is beautiful.
Okay, ready to
Let's
All
go.
right, let's go.
Yeah.
That's me.
I've
I'm not.
seen it.
Have my
Let's go.
pictures,
Let's
let's
go
go.
get some breakfast.
I'm an action guy. I don't like looking at shit.
Long drive home, let's go.
One more. Another thing, like how Danny was saying, I've also traveled a lot, and another thing, I always liked stuff that you just wouldn't see here.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and one thing after I graduated high school, I went on a harvest crew, and most people don't realize is like that sunflowers they follow the sun. That's why they're called sunflowers. So it's a crazy awesome thing to see is if you're driving on a highway and say it's in the early morning and you have a sunflower field to the west of you, every single sunflower in that field is facing east to catch the sun in the morning. And like we would always, when we moved from area to area, we would always start out the trucks would be rolling as soon as the sun hit the ground. And so, it's an amazing thing to see, 15 minutes after the sun has come up and, you're still in that, new day phase, and you just look over and there's just a field of solid sunflowers staring back at you.
So do you think you catch them before the sun came up? Would they still be facing?
I don't know. I've never researched that. Like, do they when they shut down? Do they stay facing west and then just wake up?
Let's get ready for tomorrow.
I don't know. That's something somebody could research or something. But that is one of the coolest things that you don't see that here. I mean, we don't grow sunflowers, obviously. So I mean, it's like I said, traveling around and I've spent countless miles staring out the window of a semi truck all over the fucking country, and there's just, if you haven't done it, I recommend traveling that way. Don't always fly somewhere. Just jump in your car and go.
My dad, when I was younger, was a trucker.
Because you'll see some shit that there's a big world out there outside of Coolidge and outside
Arizona.
Arizona.
It's not all about the highways. Sometimes it's about the byways.
Yeah, I mean, you catch some little towns.
My mom
being in
North Dakota, and my dad being down here, my brother and I had the privilege to ride Greyhound buses back and forth from North Dakota to Arizona.
Privilege.
I've done that.
I've been on a bus. Paid those
you know
dues.
what though? I mean, it's true, man. I would have never seen a town or a city rather in Minnesota called St. Cloud, Minnesota.
Mm.
I went through there, and it looks like a fucking movie, bro.
Mm.
Like the houses look just like in a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like the perfect picturesque neighborhood.
Yep.
It just smelled so good.
And there's 3 lakes on every block.
I'm telling you, Minnesota's a beautiful
yes.
state. If they said, hey, can't be in Arizona anymore, where do you want to go? I'll take Minnesota.
I spent the summer of
Maybe in
2010 up in the Midwest and Upper Midwest, and it's called the state of 10,000 lakes for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, but it's beautiful. I mean, there's a lot of stuff like it's so green. I went through Oklahoma. I was shocked. I thought Oklahoma was nothing but dirt.
Mm.
But here you go. It's very green, lush state as well. It's just some things you think are stereotypical or what have you, but the parts that I've gone through. Now Texas, I've been on some long, desolate fucking roads.
Texas, yeah,
you
Texas
never
has
think the road's gonna fucking end, but it's something you don't see every day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Cool. What's the next
Okay,
one?
so the next one is kind of going back to our scent question, but what is your favorite cooking or baking smell? I'll go first on that one. I love when someone makes fresh bread.
That would be mine. Sourdough bread and that kind of stuff. Yep, absolutely. We'll go to Disneyland.
Bacon.
The bakery in California Adventure.
Bacon, man, it just gives off. It's like.
My grandmother's one I'll never get back. My grandmother's banana nut bread. Something about the way she did it made the whole house smell that way. I'm not a sweets guy, but grandma's banana nut bread.
I love coming down to the smell of seasoned meat being cooked for tacos.
Yeah, it's a good smell.
Even if it's crock pot, it's just
Or fresh
gets
coffee.
the juices flowing.
Yeah. My wife and I were just saying that none of us neither of us religiously drink coffee. I mean, I drink it occasionally.
We wear robes and have staffs.
Well, no, but it's like, we don't drink, but like, it's one of those smells. It's like, it's a good fucking smell. I can't remember where we were at. We were in a store or something. Oh yeah, we're in Sam's Club.
Oh,
yeah. And then
opening
the
up
one,
the can for the first time.
the one lane. I mean, because the fucking aisles are fucking like 20 feet tall there, so you're just like bombarded by coffee, and it's just like, that smells good. It's crazy.
Even though I don't drink caffeine, I enjoy the smell of it.
Yeah.
Makes me want donuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Okay, so
regular
this is going to
glazed
be the
donuts.
last one.
Oh.
Who
I could go on
is
that.
your favorite musician?
G.
Ooh, musician? Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton. I'll just leave it at Eric Clapton. He's the man. He's Mr. Slow Hand.
It's almost as bad as Sister Act.
What? Eric Clapton is the shit.
Eric Clapton's badass. He is. What are you looking at me for? I didn't say shit about Eric Clapton. I like Eric Clapton.
No, I'm kidding.
I don't know if I could pick one. My taste change so often. Like, just like throughout time, it always changes. So I don't know if I could pick one specifically. It'd be hard.
John Bon Jovi, a.k.a. Bon Jovi.
He is barely a musician. He's more of a singer.
No, he's a damn good guitarist.
He's an okay guitarist. Let's put it there.
Sambora co-wrote some of those songs. I like the way that, like Danny says, his tastes change. Bon Jovi's always kind of evolved. They're like the only band from that era.
And a lot of people have hated him for it too. But I agree, it's a cool thing that he keeps up with the
they're
time.
still around. They just released.
He's chasing the top 40. I'll put it
I think what he's trying to chase. What I didn't know this till this recently is that Bon Jovi is not signed to a contract as a band. It's John Bon Jovi himself that gets the money, and the rest of the band he pays them.
Yep.
I never knew that. But
really?
John Bon Jovi. It's not the band Bon Jovi that's signed.
So Richie Sambora this whole time has never got a piece of the action?
No, but it's John Bon Jovi's call. You get this, you get this, you get this, and like he runs it.
He got some writing credits too. He's got some of that. Like every time his songs get played that he partially wrote, he gets a piece. But as far as like the performances and stuff goes,
and they've stayed relevant, and they're coming in April. I'd like to go see. I've never seen them live. I'd like to see them.
Are you shitting me right now? How have you never seen him live?
Just never have.
I never have either.
As long as I've known you, when I hear a Bon Jovi song, like seriously, you come to mind.
Dude, last time they came, they were playing where the Coyotes play. Can't think of the jobbing.com arena.
Mm-hmm.
The nosebleeds were $100 a piece. For a nosebleed.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck that, dude. I like Bon Jovi, but I'm not going to pay $150 to sit at the tippy top of the fucking arena to see Bon Jovi. You know, even though they're my favorite band and all that, but I'd like to see them. But I mean, they're coming in April. Tickets are more reasonable, but I think as far as
where are they playing at?
I think he thinks he's better than what he is.
Oh yeah.
Because he wants to be regarded. He wants Bon Jovi regarded like the Rolling Stones.
No, that's never going to happen.
The Beatles.
Never going to happen.
But he's actually good.
And they're, well, I mean, everybody's tastes are different and all that, but I don't think collectively, like they were nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame one time, and they were pretty much shunned. But I will say this, and I'm a Kiss fan, but there's no fucking way Kiss should be in before Bon Jovi, musically alone.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just musically. Kiss should be in there for what they did. Made a lot of money. They're still making a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
But they're nowhere as good as
I
a band as Bon
I
Jovi.
think one of the main justifying deals of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is that they pick people who are revolutionary and
came up with something new.
Yeah, whereas Bon Jovi has been vanilla. Like I said, they've been chasing the top 40 his whole career. Like nothing controversial, nothing out of the box. Like the coolest part, the coolest thing that Bon Jovi ever did was that acoustic version of on the MTV Awards.
I think the best.
Yeah, no. It was Dead or Alive. With the 12-string guitar, and they were just two guys on bar stools. And that was a cool, because that was outside of their, at the time they were just a hair band.
And I think the best album Bon Jovi ever did was John Bon Jovi Young Guns 2 soundtrack.
Yes.
That one stands out more than anything.
That was awesome.
That whole fucking CD, that whole album is good.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just hair.
It's
It
good.
wasn't just hair metal.
Right.
You know, he got into the Western type, kind of outlaw type deal.
Almost country.
And it fucking worked. It's still, I mean, that whole album's good. You know what I mean? But I mean, for me, Brian's right. They're pretty vanilla, but they never let me down. That's my band. Those are my guys. I like that song. I like that hook. That's a catchy jam. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm gonna go pick somebody then, not just the musical ability, because he can play so many different instruments and play them well, but he can also sing and sing so many different styles and sing them well, and he can rewrite songs amazingly well. But Weird Al Yankovic. Even if you just take the funniness out of it,
right.
He is an amazing singer and musician.
Yeah, I
He can play damn near any
Yeah.
instrument.
And you think about how you take someone else's song to make it, it's
Actually,
theirs, but
still
now you
tell
gotta
a
make it your own.
story. Yeah.
Like you've made it when Weird Al Yankovic covers one of your songs. Like that's one of the defining factors of an artist's career is like, has Weird Al Yankovic done your shit yet? Because if not, you ain't shit yet.
And people would say, "Oh, it's not original; it's somebody else's idea." Well,
It's
think
totally
about
original.
it. He's flipped it on its head. Like think about "Beat It," Michael Jackson. Eat it, and I talk about food.
You're right.
And bad, fat.
The saga begins.
You know what I mean?
He told the whole story of episode 1. The song of American Pie.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
One thing that's really cool about him is to parody a song, you don't have to have permission from the original artist.
No, and that's the thing.
But
Several
he's
people,
sought permission.
several people,
But
several people.
Coolio's big on it.
yeah.
Coolio didn't like
But
that
he
very much.
won't. He won't do one without permission, even though he doesn't have to have it.
I
If they
don't
tell him no,
think he ever got to do a Prince song. I think Prince was
Prince
the one that
absolutely
stonewalled every
refuses.
time. Prince
Yep.
said, "Nope, you're not fucking with my shit."
I actually heard in an interview that he was like, was he going to start doing Prince songs now that Prince wasn't there to give permission? And he's like, no, absolutely not. He made it very clear he didn't want me messing with his songs, so I'm not doing it.
That's awesome.
And as talking musician wise, I've always said, even before he died and suddenly became popular again, like Prince was truly talented as a musician. I mean,
Absolutely.
there's no instrument that any of us could really name that he couldn't play and play well. And I mean, he did whole entire albums by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like the drummer, the guitars, the pianos, everything. And it's just like he was truly gifted.
You can
As a
bottle cap with
musician.
this because you initially named Eric Clapton.
Huh?
Eric Clapton was asked, "What's it feel like being the greatest guitar player in the world?" Eric Clapton responded, and I quote, "I don't know, ask Prince."
Right, yeah.
Straight up.
Wow.
What about Helen?
I actually have two.
Cheater?
I know it's a cheater, only because it's a. If I hear any songs by these two people, like I will stop whatever I'm doing and sing along with them.
Millie and Vanilli?
Captain
my
Insect.
God.
Girl, you know it's true.
No.
Blame it on the rain.
I love Meatloaf.
Okay.
Saw him at concert, Arizona State Fair.
Nice.
It was free. We were there. Badass. I
Right.
enjoyed the hell out of it.
He's a
Cool.
showman. He's a
Yeah.
showman.
Meatloaf and Tom Petty.
Okay.
Ah.
I'm a big Tom Petty fan,
Yeah.
too.
I will.
Hey, he's famous.
I'll-
He used to be.
Yeah, Postman. I love that part. I'll echo Brian's statement with Tom Petty. Not that he's vanilla. I mean, 'cause I don't think Bon Jovi's vanilla. They are what they are. But Tom Petty, again, it's consistent. It's what you can expect. He knows his audience. He knows what
The only
they
way
want to hear.
vanilla's changed has become French.
Right, yeah.
But it's
Or
still just
vanilla
vanilla. Yeah.
Creamy.
Or artisan. Many different types of vanilla, Brian.
But
No, I mean, I get it, because
They're all
every
vanilla.
time Tom Petty, I'll go in there and like the Chili Peppers, like, I know what to expect. I like the grooves, I like the hooks, I like the music.
The Chili Peppers?
And how they mention California in every
They-
song.
Chili Peppers are fucking like, they do a lot of different shit.
Yes and no. I mean, is it that the fact that we expect them to be different every time it's become complacent? You know what I mean? They don't really do anything.
They're
I don't know if it works that way.
they're so different that
I mean, honestly,
that's their hook, that they're boring.
They're always the same
Tom
because
Petty's
they
not
never do
boring.
anything the same.
Listen, man,
I get it.
every one of their songs is driven by Flea on bass, right? There's
Ah,
always a
no.
good bass hook that goes with what they do, pretty much.
Again, it could kind of be said about any band that has a bassist.
Well, yeah, when it can be said about any band, period. You know what I mean?
Not the ones
But,
that don't
I
have
mean,
bases.
the Chili Peppers, like
The
John
Doors.
said.
The White
how many-
Stripes.
Okay, all right, for the last, give or take 5 to 8 years with the Chili Peppers, like John said, or the question he asked, how many of their songs are about California? We get it. We know you're from California, and it's awesome, and LA is sweet. I get it. Fucking do something else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, not that I would tell them. I'm like, I like what you're doing. This is what I expect. This is what I like.
Blink's whole new album's about California.
Yeah.
It's even called California.
Yes. Imagine that.
All right.
Cool.
I think
Ready to
we're
wrap
good,
it
huh?
up?
Anybody else? Everybody?
Just real quick, like we said, I said it outside of the show, man. Thank you guys for always sticking with us, and we hope you enjoyed this. You know, we just like to have fun and talk shit. We wish y'all could be here with us, talk shit with us, and check us out, obviously, when John and Danny get everything
Is it
out
possible
there
to
on
someday
YouTube.
set up a call in to where people can call in and talk shit?
What we're thinking about doing
Possibly.
is
We might
doing
be
a
able to.
Facebook Live. We're coinciding while we're doing the show. John or Danny or myself or even Brian or Helen.
Not me. I'm not doing
Well,
that shit. Fuck
it might
that.
be me. Who knows?
I refuse!
We'll get on Facebook Live, so hopefully in a future episode you guys can interact with us. We'll just put it out there like, hey, we're kind of simulcasting. My phone will be here. You guys can hear it live and ask your questions away, and we can answer them live for you guys. If that's something everybody would like to do.
Yeah, something like that would be cool.
Oh, can we have a countdown like Anonymous did?
Ooh, that would be neat.
That would be awesome.
Like
What?
3 hours of stay tuned because something's gonna happen.
Oh,
Well, yeah, like a giveaway or something. Hey.
Anonymous.
Yeah, you didn't see their thing on Facebook that they had? It was like they were talking about going into World War III.
Oh, Anonymous, the people with
Yeah.
the fucking
Yeah.
mask?
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, anyway.
all right, guys.
I thought it was another
show.
show that I was missing.
Well, we should be back to having stuff up pretty regularly now, so keep your eyes out. See you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Later.
Cool.
Peace out. All right, that was cool, man. I like that. Fuck the car,